Hey, it's Dave Rockin' Sloma here, writer and filmmaker. And today, by the glow of the kind of lava light here, I'm going to give you another book report. And this is on my little, not fancy at all here, makeshift little work table where I repair some of my computers here. I'm a bit of a computer enthusiast, so sometimes I'm switching out parts, and it's a handy little work area. But it's also going to double as a place to do a book report today. And the book's called Manson in His Own Words: The Shocking Confessions of the Most Dangerous Man Alive, as told by Newell Edmonds. So what this book basically is a bunch of interviews with Charles Manson. And thankfully the author does not put in a lot of his own opinions and takes away from what Manson's saying. If you're old enough to remember Manson or you've looked into him, you'll know that he was the one that was pinned as the mastermind of the Tate LaBanca murders in 1969 in Hollywood, California, where most notably the wife of filmmaker Roman Polanski was killed, and she was pregnant, and there was a few other people in the house as well. I believe there was 5 in all, and they were all killed by members of the so-called Manson cult, or group of people he had around him, and it was alleged that he was the leader of this group. So a lot of evidence has come to light that that's fairly accurate. I don't know exactly because, like most people, what I got about Manson and the murders were from the headlines and from news stories. So until you really delve deeper, you don't really get a fuller picture. So this book is interesting because it's Manson talking about it. And he never actually confessed to the murders. Even to this day, 2016, he hasn't confessed. So that's saying something. I'm not saying he's a saint, but kind of got to look at that too. Here's a nice photo on the back cover here. Manson from would be like the mid-'80s when this book came out in 1986. So that's Manson on the left and the author on the right. So Manson looks quite a bit different today in 2016. You can do a search and see images of him, and he recently got married again, I believe, for the 3rd time. So he had a rough life. He spent most of his life in some kind of incarceration, some kind of a jail. And I'm sure that contributed to his later choices in life to harm other people and exploit them, and who knows what else he did. But you can kind of get a fuller picture of why. There's some photos in this book here. I just think it's interesting to delve behind the headlines of some of these big cases, and particularly when you hear someone like Manson speaking, you realize that there's somebody home there behind his eyes. He's an intelligent guy. His levels of sanity, I don't know. I guess that's for you to decide. But there's no doubt that he is a figure that has held the public interest for decades, even from behind bars. So that's pretty wild. I'm not endorsing him or his choices. I think he made a lot of poor choices in his life and committed a lot of crimes and things that were not good that he admitted to freely. So it's not that. It's just that perhaps he was not directly responsible for what he's been accused of. Hard to say. It's a murky case. It's an old case. There was a lot of problems with it and a lot of sensationalism around it. What I like about this book is it's not sensationalistic. Basically just lets Manson speak without a lot of filters which a lot of authors seem to do in like a biography piece. Books from 1986. I don't know if it's still in print. I just came across it somehow. Books tend to come to me whether I'm looking at a bookstore or whatnot. Well, it's a good read. I'm not really like a student of Manson or anything. I'm not really that big into like the crime stuff, but this book crossed my path. I decided to look into it. I think it's worth it if you can find a copy. Manson in His Own Words by Newell Edmonds, if you're looking for a bit more behind the scenes of what went on in that famous case from the late 60s, the so-called Manson murders. But you'll get some insights into it from this book. All right, I'll talk to you later. Signing off for now.